Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about every DCU hero that has appeared or is confirmed to be in the future of the DCU. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. So hopefully you're enjoying this type of video. It's a new experiment that we're doing on the channel. The one the other day did well, so we're going to make this one because I felt like this was like the next logical step to go. We're not really going to be talking about like all the future DCU projects that are down the line. We'll be talking about a few characters like the Flash, like Aquaman, Green Arrow, who have been mentioned by James Gunn. We're not really going to be talking about like speculative projects or who could show up in Teen Titans or something like that because we haven't got specific names. Like, I'm only going to be mentioning people and heroes that have specifically been mentioned before and also have appeared in the DCU already. We got a long list to go through because we got everyone from that Superman mural. We've also got every superhero in Superman. We got every hero from Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, and those confirmed to be coming very soon. So let's start with Superman. Obviously we got Superman. He is the lead of Superman. David Corenswet did a great job as Superman. I don't really need to get into that, but he's obviously going to be returning for his sequel, which is set to be coming out in summer 2025. James Gunn just confirmed that recently. That was obviously quite the surprise that it was so quickly fast-tracked. Obviously James Gunn feels like his Superman is great. It got a good response. People want to see more, so let's do the sequel. So Man of Tomorrow is coming in 2027. Next up in the Superman roster, we've got Supergirl, who had a cameo at the end of the film. She also had a cameo in the opening scene of Peacemaker Season 2, and she's going to be playing a big role. Obviously, she's got her Supergirl film, and actually in that film, we don't have any other confirmed heroes right now because the only new additions in that film is going to be Lobo, but obviously he's not a hero, so he's not going to be included in this video. But yeah, Supergirl, played by Millie Alcott, is going to be a big character in the future. Now let's talk about the Justice Gang, because Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, who is obviously a Green Lantern, and Hawkgirl, plus Metamorpho, who basically became a member of the Justice Gang at the end of Superman. They are all big characters. They've just appeared in Peacemaker as well as Superman, so they're going to be in a lot of projects. You know they're going to be big characters because James is clearly a fan of them. And also, if you want to technically mention Crypto, I guess he is kind of the super dog, so I guess he is kind of a superhero, as he does assist Supergirl and Superman as well. So let's keep on track with Superman and let's talk about that mural that was in the Hall of Justice behind the Justice Gang in Superman. So there is 26 heroes that are featured. I'm not going to take credit for actually naming every single person. I have looked this up online and I've got a comprehensive list of the characters of all 26 heroes. So shout out to the articles that basically went into detail and they give you a little mini synopsis, and we're going to be reading that out. So link will be in the description below so you can go ahead and read those articles. But the first hero is Sister Symmetry. So in the comics, they are a powerful sorceress who wields a cloak. So she's obviously not like a super big character, so don't really know if she's going to be showing up. Silent Knight is another character who is from the 6th century originally, and he's British and he is a master swordsman. So that's a character from way back in the past. Obviously it could be a time travel character potentially. Now the next character is Exorcerus. Sorry if I'm saying that name wrong, but they are an exiled Amazon from Themyscira, and she once wielded the sword eventually used by Wonder Woman. Moving on to the next superhero, we've got Black Pirate, who has previously appeared in Legends of Tomorrow, and he is normally from the 16th century, and he was also featured in that big mural in the Hall of Justice. We've also got Miss Liberty, we got Whip Whirlwind, we got Super Chief, we got Lazarus Lane, Chop Chop, Ghost of Flanders. Those are like some other characters. I'm not really going to go into like the absolute details to do with all of them because there is a lot of characters that we need to go through. But a bigger one is of course Sandman. So not really to be confused with the Neil Gaiman Sandman, but this version of Sandman carries a gas gun into action and uses his prophetic dreams to help him figure out the crime scenes he encounters. Next up, we got Amazing Man, who is Will Everett, who's actually a Golden Age hero who was around like during World War II. Now we got Zatara. Zatara is a big character in terms of like Justice League Dark and everything to do with that. So he is of course the father of Zatanna, and like his daughter he casts spells and that's his main thing, and was a member of the Justice Society of America. So definitely a big figure in DC's history. Liberty Bell is the next character who has had multiple versions of themselves, and they basically normally activate their powers by ringing the Liberty Bell. And next up we got Bullet Man and Bullet Girl, along with TNT and Dan the Dynamite. But after that we got Max Mercury. We know Max because he is a Flash character, he is a version of the Flash, and in the comics he has been the mentor of Wally West and Bart Allen at points. Plus he also showed up at the end of Grant Gustin's Flash on the CW. So moving on, we got Phantom Lady, we got Atomic Knight, we got Freedom Beast and Gunfire, as well as some other big characters including Wildcat, who we've seen in the Arrowverse before, and Ted Grant is a big character in the Justice Society. In Arrow he actually trained Black Canary despite her actually dying in Arrow, but he is a really big figure in terms of like fighting within the DC universe, because a lot of people go to him to train, and he was once like a boxing champion but also a member of the Justice Society of America. Now the last two are pretty big characters. We got Maxwell Lord, who we obviously know in the DCU because we've seen him in Peacemaker already. We've also seen him in Superman, and he is being played by James Gunn's brother. And Maxwell Lord is actually the one who has created the Justice Gang, and he is the founder of it, so he's going to be playing a big part in the future. And the final character is Vibe. So this doesn't necessarily mean it's Cisco Ramon, and like other people were saying in my previous video to do with DC characters that appeared in the Arrowverse that are going to be showing up in the DCU, we mentioned Vibe being actually on this because Vibe is a relatively small character in the comics, but he's definitely become more popular since Cisco was a big thing on The Flash. So that's it for the mural. Those are all of the 26 heroes. We talked about Superman, so let's go into a bit to do with Peacemaker and then Creature Commandos and then those that are coming in the future. So right now we obviously have the Peacemaker characters. They're kind of more like anti-heroes rather than straight heroes, but we have Peacemaker, we got Vigilante. Those are the two biggest heroes on that show. We're not going to be including like the other members of the team because yeah, I guess you could regard them as heroes, but they don't wear superhero costumes. Like, I'm basically doing this by who has got a superhero costume, who would I regard as like somewhat of a hero. Like, would you include Judo Master? I'm not sure, because yes, he is returning in season 2 of Peacemaker in kind of a different role, less antagonistic, but is he really a hero? Also in season 2 we've got the multiversal versions of a few characters. We got Keith Smith, we got Peacemaker's dad, who is also the White Dragon, so the alternate version of that character is actually good, and the alternate version of Peacemaker's brother is in fact a superhero, and the three of them make a team in this alternate universe, so technically they are heroes, these versions of the characters. So let's move over to Creature Commandos. We obviously have the Creature Commandos. Again, wouldn't know if I would class them as like full-on heroes, but let's give them a shout out nevertheless. We got Rick Flag Sr., definitely not a hero. Got the Bride, G.I. Robot, Weasel, Dr. Nina, and we also have Dr. Phosphorus as well. But people that have appeared in Creature Commando Season 1 that are actual superheroes that have been identified within that kind of dream or nightmare sequence, I guess you could call it, is Wally West, who is on one of the spikes. Also Booster Gold, Starfire, Robin, probably Damian Wayne, and Dick Grayson's probably going to be coming as well. I'm not sure who was featured in Creature Commandos, but it's a version of Robin. As well as we saw Batman properly within a couple of scenes in Creature Commandos, but we also saw him in that nightmare sequence where he was dead. And you have Wonder Woman as well, who we know are both going to be playing a big role in the future. Like, these characters that I just mentioned, like Wally West, could potentially be the main Flash, or at least the first Flash we see in the DC universe. We know Booster Gold, there was like a TV show being worked on. Don't know if that's coming soon. We also have Starfire. There is a Starfire animated show, but that's going to be quite separate. So you would presume this version of Starfire that was in Creature Commandos, very briefly, is probably going to be the one that we see in Teen Titans when we get to that film. And as for Robin, like I said, most likely it's Damian Wayne, just because they are doing The Brave and the Bold, and Batman and Robin are definitely going to be in that film. And we know Batman, they're going to be casting somewhat soon because they want to get that going, because obviously he is one of the main characters in the DCU, and we are yet to like officially cast someone for the role despite seeing him in animation in Creature Commandos. So Wonder Woman as well, we know there is a script being worked on right now for Wonder Woman, so that's going to be a big thing in the future. But other characters who are confirmed to be appearing soon, it seems Blue Beetle will return, and he is not going to be retconned, so you're going to see the same Blue Beetle that you saw in DCEU. I'm not really going to shout out the other characters in that film because I feel like it's going to be mainly just Blue Beetle that is brought across. But in regards to other heroes we know are coming in the DCU, let's talk about the Green Lanterns, because Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are going to be leading Lanterns, which is going to be coming out early next year. Really excited for Lanterns. Like, it looks like it's going to be a great show, and I love the Green Lanterns, and those two Green Lanterns specifically are actually my favorites. Obviously they're very mainstream nowadays, but further in the future we know the Flash film is on the back burner, but it will come at some point. James has referenced it before. Also, obviously a lot of references to do with Grant Gustin. People have been speculating recently, oh, he's going to be the Flash, like he's already cast, but it's just not going to happen for a while. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Aquaman, Green Arrow, and a Huntress project has been mentioned before. We know with Huntress, they are maybe trying to get a Korean Huntress. That would be pretty sick if they could pull that off. So yeah, there is lots to come in the future of the DCU, but those are all the heroes that have been confirmed as of right now. I mean, maybe I've missed one or two. Like, let me know down in the comments below if I missed anyone, but I tried to be pretty meticulous with this to give you guys like a full rundown of like all the heroes we've seen, all the heroes that have been confirmed to come in the future as well. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.